Oh boy, more PvP versus PvE drama here. This one's from Montoya. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of this. Why can't people understand? Star Citizen is a PvA, player versus all. The environment, the other players, the game itself at some point, right? Let's see what Montoya has to say.
It's ready to go live soon, hopefully. A lot of people...
Oh, let me need to put my headset first. Sorry about this. So live conditions here on this channel. All right, should be better now.
Like heading over to Pyro for the first time, only to find that once you get across the other side, someone's waiting there to gank you and blow you up because explosions are very pretty. This is raising the entire PvP versus PvE argument again, and in fact, this is probably as bad as I've seen this argument go.
Look, oh my gosh. Here's something simple. The Pyro system is made of the PvP servers. That's what it is. The PvE servers, these are the standard systems. Sure, it's still going to be PvP, but the dedicated PvP, where you should expect PvP to happen, that's Pyro. These are other servers that are going to be dedicated to the Pyro system. There's your PvP area here. Boom, that's it. You don't like PvP? Don't go to Pyro. That's it. That's it. I mean, what? How is that hard to understand? I'm already pissed.
Since this game began, so let's dive into Spectrum and take a look.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. The ongoing, never-ending debate about PvP versus PvE balance is reaching fever pitch here on Spectrum. There's multiple threads discussing it.
This is ridiculous.
And there are very few examples I can think of in MMOs I've played which have done it well. I think EVE Online has done it very well, and there's plenty of other games where it feels like it's okay, but other players don't really like
Star
it.
Wars Galaxies was pretty decent
New World, which has the PvP on-off button. You can choose whether you want to engage in PvP or not. In some games it works, but in this particular case in Star Citizen, I highly doubt that you will have a PvP button or a PvP slider. The IGN...
Hell no! And that's not the point. If people want that, they can play Elite Dangerous. That's fine. That's how the Elite Dangerous is designed. Star Citizen, no. If you don't have the balls to take the consideration that you may have a hostile encounter with another human player, then don't play it. Then this game is not for you. That's it. Just get the hell out of here. Oh my gosh.
It has always been to be one big open universe.
Yes.
And they'll sort it out from there. But in the delay of them sorting out this balance, is definitely leading to a lot of controversy and a lot of people... I don't want to say crying about it, but a lot of people are pretty upset.
Yeah, they do.
And I understand that. I really do. I came into this game from playing PlanetSide 2, which is pure PvP, and we were going to come in and just be PvPers in Star Citizen. But things have changed, and I know they've probably changed for you too. What's changed is that when I first backed this game, I had 0 children. I now have 2 children in 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah, me too. Oh. Wow, my kids are almost the same as Montoya's kids.
I don't have 6 hours free in the evenings like I used to. I might have 1 or 2 hours. And if you're going to be putting 2 hours into Star Citizen only to find yourself getting blown up after you try go mining, that's a problem, right?
Well, and this is where I disagree. It's not if you know that you're going to be mining in an area that's secured. It's not if you're mining Quantanium... you know you're going to have a big payout, so you can hire some escorts to help you out. Sure, it's boring if nothing is happening, right? But, you know, people get to pay. If people want money, they got to have to do some boring things sometimes, right? I'd rather do nothing and sit for an hour escorting a miner for 1 million alpha UEC, and the miner is going to make 2 million alpha UEC, you know, something like that, or even more. I don't care, but still... that's good money. That million alpha UEC, I'll be putting it to good use later on in the game, right? So it's all about finding the right balance also between how you are going to play the game and how you are going to play the game with other people as well who are going to support you and who you are going to have to compensate in the game too. I don't see any issues with that.
I feel a lot of the player base here that have been around from the very beginning have had a similar story. Situations have changed, and PvP is not the focus like it used to be. Let's dive in.
Actually, you know what? This is where I disagree with Montoya. I'm on the opposite direction here. I'm at that point where I too have 2 kids. I too have very little time to play. And Who am I? I'm the Eradicator. I want to have PvP. I want to say, you have been eradicated. I want to say that. And in fact, I don't say it enough because I don't see enough players. So that's why I'm very excited about PvP, actually. Even though I don't gang people, that's not what I do. I don't kill people because it's fun to do that. But I actually, for one, would like to have more PvP. But the kind of PvP that I want to have is quality PvP. I don't want to have PvP because some asshole just wants to gank me, right? That's not fun. It's I want to have PvP because there are game mechanisms that encourage PvP. That's what I want. Because there are people who have bounties, right? Because they made some NPC org upset or other org upset. They got bounty, we go after them. That's the kind of PvP that I want. Or because I took a mission, someone else took a mission, and there's only one person who is going to get the reward of that mission. I want to be the guy who gets that reward, so I'm going to have to kill the other guy who also took the same mission, That's the kind of PvP that I want. And we don't always have that, right? That's the issue, right? Sometimes it's how the game is designed. That's the problem.
Into one of these threads, I guess this one's got 350 upvotes, so let's take a look at that. And the topic is by Niblik. Write to OnePlus if you want CIG to give us PVE servers.
Oh my.
Really? I don't know if that is on the table. They've always wanted a one server, a player versus all type game. So creating a PVE server.
I saw this thread on Spectrum. I mean, look at the Picard faces, thumbs down, vomit, clown, baby, snowflake. This guy is getting ratioed like crazy. I remember it's like, no, people don't want to have a PvP servers. Deeply, just get the hell out of here. Go to Elite Dangerous.
Separately right now, I don't even know if that's technically feasible. But let's take a look at some of the comments here. So, third comment down is basically just mirroring what I just said. Hey, it's Pink Sparkles. You seem to be under the misguided impression that just because a few people want such a server option for PvE, it's suddenly on the table. It is not. As far as I know, the basic idea for Star Citizen has so far always been one universe and one server for everyone. That is correct. So not only do I not think it is technically feasible for them to create a PvE server, it's not the direction they want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
they never
I do
said that.
appreciate the idea of, and there's plenty of people who just want to log in, go to Pyro, fly around, take pictures, and enjoy what the new system has to offer.
Well, they can go with friends. They can go with a big ship and with friends and do it together. That's what it is. And look, Pyro is just star system number 2. There's going to be 100 of them eventually in God knows how many years, but still, right? So if this is all they want to do, they kind of have to be a little bit patient, right? Castra is coming, maybe next year, maybe in 2026, and then Terra after that. They will be taking plenty of pretty pictures in Terra and in Castra, so they're going to have to wait a little bit. Pyro is not for taking pictures. Pyro is for, living the verse dangerously. That's what it is for.
Without getting shot at, I don't think it's on the table. Here's Edric V countering that, saying he's wrong about the PvE thing because during the Kickstarter, now keep in mind, when they had the Kickstarter, it was envisioned as a very different game.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, referencing the Kickstarter. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just impossible, right? They just wanted to... Star Citizen was supposed to be freelancer on steroids. It's a completely different game. Montoya's right.
You weren't able to fly from space down to a planet. It was going to be on rails. It was going to be an animation. Lots of things have changed since then. So whatever they say here, that has changed. A rich universe focused on epic space adventure, yes, that's still there. Single player, offline, online drop-in, no. That is not happening. Mm-hmm. Persistent universe, yes. Hosted by us, yes. Moddable multiplayer, no. No subscriptions? Well, we do have subscriptions. No pay to win.
Yeah, we all know where that went, right?
Of course you pay to win. You spend money on a big spaceship and you win. Everyone knows. Well, you see, some of that stuff is true, other stuff is not. Let me know what you guys think about this comment here by My High. It says, I think majority is PVE, like over 90%. Yeah. I don't know about it being 90%, but
it's a lot of PVE that's happening in the verse. Absolutely. As I said, I actually wished I had more PvP interactions, not less.
Is pretty high. I know in my community, while we may have started as a small PvP community, as we grew, more and more of it started leaning towards PvE. In fact, right now, I would say 75% of orgs, of large orgs, are most likely, unless they're focused on PvP, are most likely PvE focused. Here's a threat.
Because that's what the game is. And somebody else said something very interesting on Spectrum about PvE and PvP is that, even if you make it PvE, you can have NPCs that will grief players. It's very easy for CIG to do that. You can have NPCs that can be even better than the best players because they can, cheat, right? So it doesn't matter, right? You can be whining about PvP versus PvE, but let's say you have your PvE server, but you have NPCs that are god tier. You're going to be whining as well. So there's always going to be whiners, right? That's why I usually don't pay much attention to that PvE versus PvP. These guys who want to have their PvE servers, just the wrong game for them. Get out of here. Next. That's it. All right, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.